Hello everyone, today I'm going to show you a very typical JavaScript interview problem which will check the understanding about the scope and the closures. So let me start. And first I want to define a main functions, and I want to use the arrow functions, and now I want to define an array which names add functions because it will holds the value of the functions, and I will loop from 0 to 4, which will loop for 5 times, and in each loop I will append a functions, and the function will output the value of the I here. So let me execute the element in the functions. So I want to use another for loop, but this time I want to use the off instead of the counter. So the func will be the element of the functions, and it will be a function, so I can execute it directly. So what I want, the result that I want to get is that we can get the result from 0 to 4. But unfortunately, we get the result that all of the element output the same value, which is the value of 5. And that is what I want to show you. And if we change the definition of the I from var to let, and we will get the result of what we want, which is from the 0 to 4. So let me explain the reason why this happened. So this is a slide, and this is a code that we use the var to define the I in the for loop. And I want to briefly explain that the main difference between the var and the let is that their scope is different, like the blue arrow. So in the first case, and the blue arrow is from here to here, which means that the scope of the function that we append into the functions array is from here to here, which is the scope of the main function, and the scope of the functions that we append each time is from here to here, which is the scope for the for loop only. Because the let will generate a new scope along with the loop of the for, so the functions will access to the closest scope that it locates at. So in the first case, the closest scope of the function that we appended into the functions array is the scope of the main function. So the I will be in the scope of the main function. So the I will be in the same scope no matter how much it loops at. So the I will in the main scope will change from 0 to 5. So even we have created 5 functions, but the 5 functions will access to the same scope, which is the main scope. So the final output of each of the function will be the same value, which is the value of 5. But in the second case, which we use the let, the function will access to different independent scope because the let will generate new scope along with the for loop. So we can say that for each loop, they will generate a relationship between the function and the scope, the new scope. And when the I is 0, the function will direct to the scope that has the I with a value of 0. When the loop to the last times, the function will direct to the new scope which has a I with a value of 4. So we will get the result from the 0 to 4. So that is the typical interview I want to show you. So I hope it will help you, and see you next time.